In this video, we will be covering the Velocity Copy Row functionality. When examining the right-click menu in the Velocity user template, one will notice that the Insert option is unavailable. This is deliberate, as there may be instances where users should not be allowed to create new rows and pasting existing rows in them. Therefore, the copy and paste functions have been disabled. Velocity offers this capability through the Boardwalk menus. In a previous video, we learnt about modifying Velocity menu items. Let's examine the options available for copy rows. As we know, the selected options that are visible have a check mark against them and are highlighted in blue. The ones for copy row are unchecked. The first option, Copy Row Above Selection, will copy the row wherever the cursor is positioned and insert a row above it with copied values. The second option, Copy Row Below Selection, will copy the row wherever the cursor is positioned and insert a row below it with copied values. The third option, Copy Row at Top, will insert copied row at the top of the cuboid data in the sheet, so the newly copied row becomes the first row. The fourth option, Copy Row at Bottom, will insert the copied row at the bottom of the cuboid data in the sheet, so the newly copied row becomes the last row. It is important to understand that the copy row function expands the data range of the cuboid when a newly copied row is inserted to accommodate this new row. If we choose to enable the option to copy a row below the cursor, here's how it will appear in the right-click menu for the row. When you copy a row, the default behavior is to insert an exact copy of the row. However, Velocity offers additional capabilities to configure this behavior. The Copy Row Behavior configuration establishes the way Copy Row option will behave. To get to these options in the design framework is to select Advance, then Edit Row Behavior and followed by Copy Row Behavior. Let's explore the configuration options available to us. Copy-only formulas will only copy the formulas to the destination row. To activate this configuration, we will select Copy Only Formulas. On the pop-up requesting confirmation for Copy Row Behavior, click Yes to confirm. Click OK on the next informational pop-up. Now click on Enable Copy Row Behavior from the Copy Row Behavior menu. Click Yes on the pop-up to confirm enabling Copy Row Behavior. Click OK on the informational pop-up. When you try to copy a row, a blank row is added first and then formulas are added to this newly added row. In our example, we do not have any formulas, hence only a blank row will get inserted. To configure Velocity to copy only values when a row is copied, select the option Copy Only Values. To configure Velocity to copy both values and formulas, select Copy Values and Formulas. You can configure Velocity to copy only selected columns, and the option to choose is Copy Selected Column. A pop-up requesting confirmation shows up. Click Yes to continue. The next pop-up indicates that one has to now set the columns that need to be copied. Click on OK to continue. To set the columns that need to be copied, first select the columns by clicking on the headers for that column. Let's select Transaction Type, Remitter Name, and Beneficiary Name as the columns set to be copied. Then select the Set Selected Columns for Copy from the Copy Row Behavior menu. An informational pop-up indicating the columns have been set appears. Click OK to continue. Anytime you can go back and verify which columns have been set to be copied. You can do so by selecting Show Selected Columns for Copy from the Copy Row Behavior menu. A pop-up showing the columns appears. Click OK to continue. Next, let's examine the settings for row behavior. To do this, select Show Copy Behavior Setting from the Copy Row Behavior menu. Notice that the Copy Selected Columns is the current setting, but the Copy Row Behavior is false. This tells us that we need to enable this behavior, and to do so, we just need to enable Copy Row Behavior from the Copy Row Behavior menu. Click Yes to confirm, and click OK on the informational pop-up. We have just enabled Copy Row Behavior. If there is a need to disable the Copy Row Behavior, one would need to click on Disable Copy Row Behavior. The Copy Row Defaults is another way to define the defaults when copying rows. This provides you with an opportunity to specify the values you want to assign to certain columns when you copy the row. The specified values will override the ones that are in the row that is being copied. These are defined as field name and value pair, separated by an equal to sign. If there are multiple values that need to be defined, the pairs of field name and value need to be separated by a pipe symbol. Click on OK to continue. A pop-up indicating successful assignment shows up. Click OK to continue. If at any time you wish to see the values that were configured earlier, you will choose the Show Default Copy Values, which will pop up a window showing the configured values. Click OK to continue. There is also an option to delete the copy values that you configured. Next, we need to enable Copy Row Defaults. A confirmation pop-up appears. Click Yes to confirm. Click OK on the informational pop-up. To disable the configured values, select Disable Default Copy Row Values. To check the status of the configured values, select Show Copy Row Default Status. A pop-up window showing the configured pairs and the status of the copy row is displayed. Click OK to continue. The next options that we would like to cover are the ones listed under Copy Row Format. The option Show Copy Row Format setting will display row format being used in a pop-up and the status of the copy row format. Click OK to continue. Since we noticed that the copy row format was not enabled, this can be done from the Enable Copy Row Format option. Click Yes on the confirmation pop-up. Then, click on OK on the informational pop-up. If for any reason you want to disable the copy row format, use the option Disable Copy Row Format. To navigate to the copy row format, you can use the option Open Copy Row Format, which will take you to the configuration sheet where the format is stored. The highlighted row is the format used for copying. And then, we navigate back to our transactions sheet. In this video, we learned about the different copy row options and how to configure them. We also covered the different options available to configure the behavior of a copied row. Next, we will focus on configuring Workbook Manifest.